Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Qui. If you are new, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey y'all, for today's mukbang, we are doing wings and a side salad. We do have a story time for today, so if you do like story time, stick around for that. We're going to go ahead and say our grace and get started. Amen. Y'all be just drinking water today because I need water. I'm so dehydrated, y'all. Toast to y'all. Happy Thursday. Hope y'all are doing well. I got ranch for my salad, and I got blue cheese for my wings. Yeah, I really hope I remember the story time because, girl, this story was a little long, okay? It was a little long, I ain't gonna lie. So I might forget a little bit of the story. First time eating today. I really didn't put that much in my salad, but red peppers in your salad. So good. I got red peppers, and I just got some ham, some croutons, and some tomatoes. I didn't have any cucumbers. Y'all like blue cheese on y'all wings or ranch? I like both, but I'm in the mood for blue cheese today. Can y'all even see my food today? Okay. Yeah, I'm always with a different setup. I promise I'm gonna get it together. That blue cheese. Jordan wants more. Okay, y'all. So it was this lady named Jean. Jean was a Jamaican. Don't know how many kids she had, but she had kids, and in Jamaica they were pretty poor, so she wanted to, venture out and go try to make some money for her kids. So she ended up going to Miami. She get to Miami. She's having a hard time trying to find a stable job. She like from this job to that job. Then she finally get this job as a dispatcher at a trucking company. So she in control of, making sure, she know where all the trucking is, make sure everything go out. So she want a little more because she not making the money that she thought she was gonna make. It was decent money, but every time she would get her check, she said it wasn't enough to send back to her kids to Jamaica. She enjoyed the nightlife in Miami, of course. If you ever been to Miami, then you know the nightlife was lit. So she would always go out to the clubs and stuff because she met Jamaican people there. So she would hang with the Jamaican girls, and she would go to the clubs where all the Jamaicans would go, and she meet this other Jamaican guy. His name was Carl. You know, Carl talking to her, asking her what she do for a living. You know, they just chopping it up, normal conversation. They end up, you know, talking, exchanging numbers. And she quickly finds out Carl is not hesitant to tell her that he run his drug business. Carl is Jamaican as well. So she quickly get into the drug business with Carl because she's desperate for money at this point. She didn't even hesitate. So she's still working at the dispatch, but she's like, we should start our own, you know, trucking company so we can sell marijuana. We can transport the marijuana from here and there. So they end up starting their own trucking company. Everything's going good. They transport marijuana from Mexico to Miami. And eventually Carl told her that it'll be better if they do it they move to Baltimore because it's better to do it on the East Coast instead of doing it in Miami because Miami is real hot. So they end up moving to Baltimore. Everything's going good with their money business, their drug business. Y'all, they start making like $1 million a month. $1 million. This went on for like a whole decade without anybody finding out. So now she had enough money to send back home her family, her kids, everybody that was in Jamaica. So they end up bringing this other guy in, which is a guy that Jean knows from Jamaica. He's like a family friend. He keeps her in contact with her kids and stuff. So they end up bringing him down, you know, just to help with the business, to have another man. And they also end up, you know, hiring a lot more people that she knew in Jamaica, the girls that she knew in Jamaica. They end up hiring a lot of more people to, you know, to work with them as their employees. Jean, she was the mastermind of all this. Like, she became the boss because she was real cocky. She was real rough around the edges. She was real rough around the edges, and she didn't play when it comes to her business. She was nice and sweet at home with her kids. Her kids didn't know that side of her. Her family didn't know that side of her. But when it came to her business, she was rough and she didn't play. So Carl would witness her when she got mad one time. One of the employees had disrespected Carl. It was a woman, and she threw hot water on the lady. So she was rough. She didn't care. So they're making so much money at this point. They're trying to find out a new way to, you know, transport the money because they get so much money. So the friend from Jamaica, his name was Michael. I told y'all, he started working with them. He started being the person that do their monthly transports. He would, you know, I guess he would just ride on the airplane and take the money from Jamaica. They started doing it from Jamaica to where they were. which was a big risk. But they got away with it for a long time. Jean ended up having her own baby by Michael too. They ended up having a baby. I told y'all this went on for a decade without them being caught, without the police even knowing anything about them. So finally, Michael's doing his monthly transport. The money ended up getting seized. He had like $500,000. The money ended up getting seized by law enforcement, I think at the airport or somewhere. He ended up getting arrested in a different state. They asking him, you know, like, where all this money coming from? Why you walking around with $500,000 just in your pocket? So he ratted them out. He told them that the money came from Jean and Carl. They eventually let him go because they told him they wanted to, you know, build up an investigation and don't tell them that you got caught. So he do as instructed. When he get back, Jean is like, where the money? Where is the money? What's going on? So he do as he is instructed. He tell them the money was seized, which Jean is not really alarmed at this time because she know the risk. She know the risk of taking that much money, so she like, okay, she trusts him. She don't got no reason to not trust him, and he done this plenty of time. So next month he do the same thing. He was supposed to bring back $1 million, but he only brought back like 700,000 or something. So he was missing like $250,000. So since this is the second time, Jean like, okay, you know, what's going on? What's going on? You stealing my money? It's your second time. And this time you brought back some, but then bring back, you know, all of it. So at this point, she furious. She like, okay, if you ain't gonna tell me where my money at, you gonna pay the price. So they end up kidnapping Michael, her and Carl, torturing him, beating him. They're still asking him where's the money. He's still not telling. She beat him so bad, his eyes got pushed back into his head. And then she called some of her goons to come, girl. Some of her Jamaican goons came from Miami, and they just went on and took him out. They stabbed him. They dismembered his body. And Michael was never found again. But they did put a missing report out on him because, you know, the police was already speaking with him, trying to take them down. So they noticed that he was missing. So after that happened, Carl is like, he don't want to do this no more. You know, it's getting kind of crazy now. You got people crossing him up. And he kind of scared now, so he leaves Jen. He leaves her. He go to Mexico. He find him another woman. So at this point, Jean is furious. She like, okay, now I gotta run this business by myself. You know, she was in love with them. They had a baby, and now he want out. So she ended up getting connected with a cartel group that Carl introduced her to when they first started doing the drug thing. She ended up getting connected with them finding out where Carl is, who he associated with. Carl ended up getting murdered. Him and his girlfriend, the girl that he was recently seeing, he ended up getting murdered. They were in a car one day and somebody just come up shooting the car. Carl ended up dying. The girl, she survived. She got shot multiple times, but she survived. So, of course, at this point, the feds is on her heavy. So they end up finding her. She was in, I think she had went back to Jamaica. They ended up finding her and charged her. They ended up charging her with Michael's murder, but they knew that she killed Carl, but they didn't have any evidence against her to prove it. Y'all, these people were making so much money. $1 million a month. And this went on for 10 years. But everything she owned was seized. She even had her family in the business too, y'all. She was sending them, like sending her parents money for them to start like a real estate business for her and everything. Well, she wasn't only sending money to her kids, she was sending money to like her relatives. Like they had a whole real estate business going on. Y'all, the wings with the blue cheese is a hit. And this little salad, simple is best. Alright, y'all, I'm about to slide on out. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also, leave me a comment. The comments help, y'all. The comments definitely help. So, leave me a comment. Like, share, subscribe. And go follow me on my vlog channel as well. And I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, y'all.